Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi! I have a box. It's got this fancy lattice work on it and it's quite nice. Now, I asked people what they'd like me to do, and I've kind of took a little bit from several people on how to decorate it. So, the lattice work, I thought, oh, I could put some coloured UV resin in. That'll look lovely. Sally then said the same thing, and then I thought, well, I've got all these dried leaves as well. Maybe I could mix the two. So, I am going to glue down these leaves. My theory is that I'll glue them onto this plastic and then I'll be able to peel them off. Does it work? No. I'm running out of time. I'm using cheap glue because I'm trying to get rid of it. And it doesn't dry enough to do that. So I cheat. I cheat. I decide to leave it on the plastic and cut the plastic, which really annoys me because I've used the plastic that I use on my UV light. So now I need to find some more plastic. I am so sad. So these are the leaves I've dried myself, and I'm mixing it up a bit with the colours and which way round they're going to be, because you want to be able to see it from both sides, through the lattice and inside the box. Now, I am glad now that I've left the plastic on, because it looks crystallised. Yeah, crystallised, that's what I'm saying in my head. And I do use a different glue to this to stick it down. And I found with this other glue, it's just a cheap bog standard extra strong glue, multi-purpose glue, but it's nice glue. It takes a long time to dry, but you can make strings from it. And not like glue gun strings, they're too thick. But JD, who said something about putting in spider webs, and I started noticing this glue just stringing along as I'm going, and I'm thinking, oh, I wonder if I could make spider webs out of this glue. So you'll have to stick around to see if you can find that out, if it works or not. I mean, after a while, I'm assuming if it does work, it's not gonna last, but it does look quite cool. So I've used me Resiner's multi-tool thing to sand down the edges, cut off the corners, make it a bit more rounded, make it a little bit more beaten up. It is supposed to be an old box, and I'm also using my palette knife because for some reason I couldn't find a blade. I've tidied and I can't find anything. It's annoying. So I'm using that to just gouge some lines in so that when it gets stained, the lines will appear a little bit darker. Now, I still don't think I'm happy with the colour I've made it, but I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think. Because like I said, I wanted it to look old. But because it's supposed to be like the 1800s, it's not going to be some flash wood. Not from a witch in the forest in a little old cottage. Wanted something a little bit more beaten up, handmade look, and not so shiny and new. So I need to give it a little sand down, and to be honest, I picked up the highest I'd got, and it's 8,000, and it came from that kit, and it was just to smooth off the little frayed bits that come off when you gouge lines into it, and just to sand down the inside, just to make it nice and smooth, no little splinters, because yeah, I'm a walking disaster. I will get the splinters, it's always me that gets them. So I just wanted to make sure we're all nice and smooth and I'm not going to get myself. I do actually use a heat gun later on, just to make sure there's no little wispy bits, and also because I'm running out of time and I need to get it dried. And of course, if you're going to soak it in a stain, mine's water and acrylic paints, it does soak into the wood quite well. And I didn't mind if it warped, but it didn't, which I was quite sad about, actually. I wanted it to warp a little bit, but oh well. But that lattice work, I really do like it. And here's my stain, and it's just a little bit of gold acrylic paint, a little bit of red, a lot of brown, and a blob of black. Now, this is the first staining. I'll not make you sit through the whole thing. It is very light. A few coats of it, and it does start to get darker, obviously, because it builds up. But I still didn't like the colour, so I did add a bit more black and a little bit more red. I don't know why I bothered with the red. Can't see it. But it definitely needed the black. But can you see the lines just pop up now and again? When you put the stain over, it shows up a little bit better. Now, I need to do the inside and the outside. The lattice bit doesn't matter, but I do it anyway. Just because it just stood out too much. So, I will do, I think I do 3 coats of this light stain. And then I add more paint to it and do a couple of coats of that one. So it has took a lot of coats. Now, I do wonder, when this is finished, do I varnish it? And if I varnish it, do I sand bits down so it does look worn? Please let me know in the comments, or should I just leave it as it is? I like it as it is, but I don't know. Does it need that varnish? I've got a really nice varnish and it really stinks and it's brilliant. Thank you, JD, for telling me all about it, because I do like the smell of it. It stinks. My husband came downstairs earlier on having been to bed, and he's like, "What the heck are you using?" And I'm like, "It's just glue. Just glue." And my daughter came down for a wee, and she's like, "Oh, what's that smell? It's lovely." So she's a lot like me. Weird. Now, yeah, like I said, I didn't need to put the red in. Couldn't see it. But I do like that colour. But I was wondering whether I should have made it even darker. Now, this is still soft and squishy in the middle. So, I now need to cut it. So what I'm going to do is turn it over. Just draw around the box. Not into anything fancy measurements. Just, it's supposed to be handmade, so, you know, why not? And I'd keep trimming it down until I can feel that it fits without being wedged in. And eventually, it works. So I just need a little bit more trimming, and that's it. Perfect. So now, I need to put some glue in. And I use my fingers. I have this glue all over my fingers. It's ridiculous. And for some reason, I decided to put the glue on the lattice rather than the actual piece that I wanted to stick down. Not the brains of Britain, I'm telling you. So that's all stuck down, but I've got to make sure that it is going to stay. So I do leave that for a while, and then I go in with more glue, and I'm going to use this Cosmic Shimmer. Oh, hecky thump, I can't remember what it's called. It's crystals, ultra thick embossing crystals. There we go. And they're from what Cobb sent me a while back. I love this colour. Thank you to my members. You are all awesome. And I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you to any new subscribers and all old subscribers. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, comment, and share, hi, whatevers. I need all the help I can get. So I'm putting on this blue stuff all over. I love it. It kind of makes it look a bit patinaed. I always want to say patina. That's a blooming wrestler. Oh, he's nice. Ideally, I should have gone over it with a bit of a darker colour, but I just like the contrast to it. But can you see that glue? It was just stringing. And I'm using a feather brush. I call it a feather brush. It's not a feather brush. It's something else, I think. and I put some of that powder over the top, the crystals over the top of the glue, and watching it bubble, it just makes my day. And I was worrying the plastic might shrink, but it didn't. It did well. So now I'm filling in every little shape. I don't know what to call it. I'm going to say fan again. Fan shape. Oh, that was not a feather brush. It's a fan brush. There we go. And I do go in with some Super Sparkle White. Some are thicker than others. Some are not so sparkled. I just wanted it to look a bit different, so it wasn't all perfect, and so you could still see some of the leaves through it. Now I'm using brown and black just to give it some aging and make it look as though it's been worn a bit, and I'll also add some greens just to give it that what do you call it, mouldy look, I suppose. Yeah, a bit of a mouldy look, like it's been hidden somewhere for ages and got damp. So I'm just dry brushing this on and using my finger if I've got it too thick. And I do like painting stuff. So relaxing. And I have to go around all the edges. I didn't really do much to the base of it because I thought to myself, well, that's just base. It's fine. So I just left that as it was, just the stain. And I'm trying to smudge in some of them corners and just give it a bit more aged look. The green, though, does highlight it a lot nicely. Not nicely. A lot more nicely. Oh dear. And I do the inside as well, make it look like it's gone damp all the way through, and go over some of the greenery, the turquoisey coloured stuff, embossing stuff, just to give it a bit more oomph. And this is where I'm making it look a little bit mouldy, as our water's dripped on it and just aged through the time. I've properly enjoyed doing this bit. I do just love painting. Now, this is not going to be finished today. I have yet to make a little box to go inside, and a couple more potions and labels. But I thought I'll leave that till Saturday because I want to do the story, the end of the story, Saturday. I thought I'd make it a longer one. So if people want to watch it, they can sit and have a cup of tea and just listen to a story and see me waffle on for a while. It won't be a premiere, just something for you to relax to. And yeah, it will be the end of the story, but not the end of the makes, because I've got a unicorn to make. I have a amulet to make. I might make the amulet Saturday, actually. I'm not quite sure. We'll see how we get on with the rest of the box. But I thought I'd do just a relaxing version for Saturday. Not so rushed, because I had to rush quite a lot with this. And this bit is something to do with what Kat gave me as an idea. Like putting witch emblems inside. And I might actually burn some patterns into this with my wood tool, if I can find where I've put that. I've got 3. I don't know where any of them are. I'm hoping they're not attached to this curtain, because I used to hang them on the curtain because I used to sit at the side of them, and I'm not sat at the side of them anymore. My computer is. That'll be a pain. But anyway, it's now time to put a little bit of zhuzh. I do like this gold. And just give it a little bit of a highlight with this gold paste. It is beautiful. I just thought it'd be nice to put it over the actual fastenings and just give it a little hint of something. Like it used to be really fancy, but it worn away. So these symbols mean absolutely nothing. I just kind of wrote them in. I think I'm going to find some that actually make sense to the story and burn them ones in. So now I'm going to add a few things onto this, what I would class as a sill. But I don't want them to be too big on there, because otherwise once I fasten the box, it's not going to shut. So it's got to be something small, or I've got to place my stuff in the box very carefully. Now you will see a frog being attached. That has come off. It does not like sticking to that glue, and I think it's because it's rubber. So that's now sat in the box. Yeah. Paint holding down my skull. And my idea for the skull is it's a fairy skull. One that was found long ago. Not that Elizabeth killed it, she just kept the skull because she liked it. Because it's cute. Oh dear, I think that's more likely. I think it's cute. This is a real snail shell. I am also that person that's sad enough to collect snail shells when she finds them. So if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. And please check out Dave next. And also there will be some other people on the train who I have no idea who's on this week. So I shall see you there. Thanks for watching.